I am a collegiate sprinter training to run a sub 48 second 400. After an indoor season filled with injuries, I took a week off of my feet, and this is my first week back in the swing of things. We were on spring break, so I didn't have any teammates to train with. I started out Monday with a lactate tolerance workout, as well as a new warm-up I've been working on with some extra hip work. This has been helping a lot with tightness in my hips, and I wish I had started doing it sooner. While form drills are important, I don't really think it is necessary to do them before workouts, or at least I think it is more important to get all your muscles warm and firing in multiple ranges of motion first, and I think that approach is a lot more helpful for mobility and injury prevention. The lactate workout was the same we've been doing for quite a few weeks now, with a relatively slow 200 at the goal pace of 31 seconds, followed by a moderately fast 200 at the goal pace 28 seconds, and finally a race pace 200 at the goal pace of 25 seconds, all with 1 minute rest and then 7 minutes rest before our next set of the same thing. I've been pretty disappointed doing this workout so far because I haven't had a single practice where I was able to hit all the goal paces for the workout, both as a result of poor pacing and just not being in good enough shape yet. I talked to my coach about this and he eased my mind a little by pointing out that to hit those paces, we would basically have to be in at least 48 low shape for the 400, so it makes perfect sense that I'm not there yet. Of course I will keep trying to reach those paces, but it made me feel a bit better to know I don't have to be there right now. It also helps knowing that this is one of the hardest workouts I've ever had to do, especially because of the super short rest times. It's to the point that running a 400 actually feels easy compared to this workout. Also, because I was by myself, I did my timing a little bit differently this time around. I used a timing app on my phone and did rolling starts to get very precise measurements of each 200 meter interval. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how this workout went. I do wish I had run faster times, but like I already talked about, it's early in the year. And I came into this workout after a week off and had no teammates with me, which of course makes a significant difference. I followed the 200s with 3 100s, also with rolling starts, just to flush out my legs and hopefully get myself feeling fresh for the following day. Unfortunately, I didn't get a time on the last 100. Tuesday, I was back out on the track for some speed work, and I did 5 or 6 30-meter flies through a timing gate. It is strange to do speed work the day after a really hard workout, but there's a specific reason we have been trying this out. My coach listened to a presentation by a very successful 400-meter coach who mentioned that his athletes often come into practice on Monday kind of flat and aren't able to run very fast, which is something we have noticed with the athletes on our team as well. By having the lactate workout on the first day of the week, it allows the athletes to knock the rust off and get back into a prepared state where they are actually able to run faster than if they had done the sprint workout on the first day of the week. This isn't something I've necessarily found to be true for myself. I usually run my fastest on Mondays when I'm totally fresh. However, my needs and preferences come second to the team's, so if that is how we need to practice to get the best results for them, that's totally fine with me. It took me quite a while to get going, as you'll see from my times. I got significantly faster from rep to rep all the way through the workout. I was really hoping to break 3 seconds on a 30-meter fly, and I got pretty close by the end, but didn't quite make it. I think that if I was totally fresh, I could do it, and I'm excited to reach that goal later on in the season. After that, I went back to my house for a lift. My mom is not going to be happy with me for showing you guys our basement, so I'll let you guys know that all the extra stuff lying around is either stuff we received from a relative while they were moving that we now have to sell, or materials that we saved while doing home renovations. I started with some Romanian deadlift and got up to a pretty decent weight on it. I really like RDL and haven't done it in quite a while, so I really enjoyed doing it and was happy with how much I was able to lift. I followed that with some bench press and then some full range of motion front foot elevated split squats with an explosive concentric. This was mainly just for mobility benefits, and I kind of threw in the explosive concentric just for fun. After that, I did some isometric Spanish squats, which are great for knee health. They do a lot for the tendons. And after that, I did some adductor work and abductor work as well. I think it's really important to hit all the muscles in your lower body as frequently as possible to avoid getting injured, and I would have saved myself a lot of pain throughout this year if I had done a better job of that earlier on. Finally, I did some chin-ups and then hit my injured hip flexor with an isometric, and then it was the final training day of the week. This was a speed endurance day with full recovery. We did 160, 120, 80, then 160, 120, 80. I haven't done true speed endurance work like this in a very long time, and it was a lot of fun. I once again didn't run quite as fast as I would have hoped, but I'm happy with my performance. I set up my timing gate again, and I was basically being timed from the first ground contact on these reps, so take the times with a little grain of salt. The first rep I got out feeling good, although I struggled a bit coming out of the curve. I can definitely tell I wasn't operating at max capacity, but I held my form together all the way to the line and ran 18.95, which equates to about 11.8 second 100 pace. I felt better and better as this workout went on, which means I may not have warmed up well enough, but oh well. My 13.64 equates to 11.36 second 100 meter pace. My 9.22 second 80 equates to about 11.5 second 100 meter pace, and then I took a nice long break before my next set. Once that was up, I came back for the next set feeling much better than I did for the first. My 18.5 second 160 equates to 11.56 second 100 meter pace. Unfortunately, one of my phones died right after this, so I have to estimate times for the last two reps. This is especially sad because the next 120 was definitely my best rep of the workout. 1320 on this clock is equal to 13.33 seconds, which equates to 11.1 second 100 meter pace, so it was for sure my best rep so far. I was definitely fatigued going into my last rep, hitting 9.13 or 11.4 second 100 meter pace. I'm super happy with how this week went and excited to see how training will go once I'm back with the team. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.